a really good win for our group. I think against a very strong opponent in really good form. We did a lot of good things on the field tonight. In terms of how we created some chances to get our goals, there was some really good movement and a good commitment to get to goal and put them under pressure. So I was very pleased with how we went about getting the goals. Defensively, really pleased with the overall effort. It would have been nice to see us keep a clean sheet, be a little bit smarter about how we see out the game in conceding that goal, but that's me being nitpicky and critical of a moment where it allows belief at a 3-0 scoreline to allow your opponent back into the game. But I was pleased with how we saw those final 15 minutes out, and again, it was a strong performance and an important win at an important time.
Good. Pat, I guess to start off, did you see the makings of a performance like this coming together over the last few weeks or maybe in training this week? Were you expecting a performance like this?
I wish I could sit here with certainty and say yes, but I think based on our home form and our opponent, I don't think I would have expected us to create as many chances against a very good defensive team as we did. I was really pleased with that. But having said that, we know when we step on the field in this building that we can play and beat anybody. We've shown that. It's doing it on a more consistent basis that allows you to be more confident. Players, coaches, all of us. So hopefully this strong performance can carry over now into this stretch run where we have 3 of the next 4 at home and we can pick up some very important points.
Knowing Philly as you do you think maybe they were caught out a little bit by how positive and attacking and possession-based you guys were, just basically from the second minute on?
I'm not sure if they were caught off. Sometimes it's about the quality with the ball and how you move, teams to be able to find spaces to attack the goal. And I thought we did a good job of in certain moments in the first half of finding different ways to switch the ball so that we could get Alvaro and Alves closer to goal, where when they were receiving the ball, they had a little bit of space to go 1v1 or to look for crosses in the box. I thought we were a little impatient at times to do that more consistently, but in the second half, I thought we did it in a much better fashion that allowed us to score goals.
On the first goal that got called back, I saw Brenner run over to the bench and celebrated with Harris. Obviously, that was called back, but then at the final whistle, a lot of people went over to Harris. Obviously, it's a special day for him, but was winning this for Harris, like, this is lame, but kind of
it will be. It was neat.
Was that like a rallying cry almost going into this one?
We'll see. It was really neat to be able to send Harris off with a win, with him, being on the field to end the game against, an opponent that he had good years with. So I think in the celebration of the disallowed goal, you see what kind of impact Harris had on his teammates. This is Brenner, who's, speaking Portuguese and understands Spanish and English, but at the same time, this is a Bosnian connecting with a Brazilian in a way where it's just a credit to the character that Harris is in bringing out the best in his teammates. And you saw the joy in Brenner's face when he went to celebrate with Harris, like what this teammate meant to him. So he's had that impact on all of us.
It had been 6 weeks since you guys had gotten a win. Did it feel like that long to you? Because you guys have had a lot of games where you've been right there and a lot of draws lately. Just how did this feel, just kind of breaking that?
It felt like it's been a long time. And, being in a winning position in numerous games and not coming away with 3 points, that makes that stretch seem like a very long time. So again, I think this is an important win at an important time, and hopefully we can find some confidence and momentum in this stretch run from this 3 points.
And then this is our first time talking to you since Matt Miazga signed. Can you tell us just a little bit about your thoughts on what he can bring to this team and how he can help you guys just kind of carry this momentum that maybe you guys built today?
Very pleased that Matt's a part of our group. There was a lot of work that went into getting that over the line, and so I'm very appreciative of Chris, of Kyle, of Hunter, of the work that they put in to bring a very strong player and character in the prime of his career to our club. I think Matt will be a great addition to this group, and I look forward to working with him. I know the rest of the staff does, and seeing him out on the field.
You talked about momentum and the addition of Matt. With the final 10 games, knowing that it felt like this defense being better was maybe the final piece for this playoff push. How much can tonight carry over, knowing what you have ahead, knowing that you add Matt now as well?
Anytime you add a player of Matt's caliber, it raises the level. And so I think you're going to see a better version of our entire back line. There's going to be good competition for guys to get out on the field. And we know Matt's coming in with a nice track record and has played at a high level. So good players, smart players find a way to acclimate and adapt pretty quickly. And I'm imagining that's what it's going to look like with Matt. And we'll try to get him up to speed as quickly as we can so that we can utilize his qualities on the field.
Coach, you talked about you alluded to the games previously this season where you had the lead, you felt like you should have come away with 3 points out of those. It didn't happen that way. How gratifying was it tonight to be able to hold on to that, to be able to take that lead in the second half and just to be able to hold on there?
Yeah, I like the way we kept pushing after we got the first goal early in the second half. I thought we didn't back off. We didn't stop playing. I think that was important for our group. When it's 3-0, I think we have to do a better job of managing the period of the game where you just have to take all risk out of play. And I thought we brought too much risk into play with how we conceded that goal. That was us being a little bit too naive. So it made probably the last 15 minutes more interesting than it needed to be. It followed with a dangerous free kick, and then all of a sudden you just find yourself having to defend and you give life to your opponent. And so we need to be better still in those moments. But having said that, I thought we saw out the game in a strong way.
All right, we'll go to Sydney with MLS Soccer on Zoom.
Hey, Pat, congrats on the win. Can you hear me all right?
I can.
Can you talk a little bit about what you're seeing from Brenner, what you're seeing from Brandon on the training ground, especially given from the Gulf rumor, and especially with Brandon, you're really in the thick of this, the golden good rates at this point.
He asked what I thought of Brandon and Brenner at this stage, and so I think they're in really good form. I think their partnership is allowing us to consistently score goals and create chances. I think they work well off of each other. Brandon, when he's got to play with his back to goal and allowing us to move our lines. I think Brenner in his high soccer IQ, how he finds pockets to receive balls to switch play, which is something we talked about a lot, and how he receives balls to be able to run at defenders. I think they're doing those things well, and then their movement in the box right now has been outstanding. I think they're hungry to score goals. You're seeing confident strikers that when the ball gets wide, when the ball's in central spaces and we can get our playmakers facing forward, their movement in behind opponents' back lines has been very strong, very intelligent, and so I think they've done an excellent job in helping us create chances on a consistent basis.
Thank you, Pat.
Number from you, just real quick.
You cut out.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you cut out.
Any added emotions around this win, but considering the connections that you and Chris have to the organization?
Any added emotion with the win? No, I have a great deal of respect for Jim and for that Philly club, and so, like I said the last time we squared off, it's just nice to see familiar faces and people that you have strong relationships with, and have a chance to compete against. But this was more about us winning an important game at an important stage of the season against a really strong opponent. All right, thank you.
We've spoken to you a lot lately, and it's been after some tough matches. How's it feel to be celebrating a win tonight?
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. The team put in a great shift tonight, and we deserve the 3 points. I think the whole team was fed up with 1 point every game, and we fought it out tonight, and we deserved it.
What's working so well for you right now? What's clicking, especially with Brenner? You guys have been doing really well, and then Barrial also with his assists and everything lately. What's clicking?
Yeah, I think the chemistry between us is great, and I think the hunger within all of us, it's been there. I think we're all hungry to score and to be creative and attack, and we've been doing it great. And you can see it tonight. We created so much in the attacking third, and I'm beyond happy with our attacking and the defensive side too. They put in a great shift tonight, and we can't win without the defense as well. So big props to everybody on the team. They did an excellent job.
Brandon, it's not just me saying this. People that watch this game feel like it was dominant from FC Cincinnati. Did you see that coming from this group, just given how the results have been lately? And, it's also about having respect for Philly and what they are. Did you see a performance like this coming?
Absolutely. After the last game, I think the team was, like I said, fed up. And this team, this week in training, we were on fire. So I saw it in the group. We all had a good feeling coming into this game, and everybody in the locker room seemed more motivated than I'd ever seen them before. So I think going into this game, we knew we could win.
How does it feel to get a goal going into the All-Star game?
Definitely gives confidence. I'm ecstatic. 14. If somebody would have told me I would have scored 14 goals this season before the season started, I'd be bouncing off the walls. So I'm happy. I'm happy the hard work's paying off, and I'm happy the team is helping me be where I am today.
Hola, Brandon. Para Noticias Cincinnati, ¿qué tan feliz te sientes con 14 goles y vas a jugar en el equipo de las estrellas del MLS? El ojo de las Chivas está puesto en ti y una temporada grande para ti. ¿Qué tan feliz se siente ser goleador de Cincinnati?
Sí, estoy muy feliz. El equipo está jugando excelente. La química entre el equipo también excelente. La verdad, vamos en un buen momento. Y ahorita con este ritmo de este partido lo tenemos que seguir para la semana la siguiente semana. Y la verdad sí, meter 14 goles es algo muy padre para mí, un logro muy bueno en mi carrera. Pero no se termina aquí, seguimos con mucha hambre y van a seguir saliendo.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the way the season's going so far, the chemistry within the team, the way that we're going. We need to keep that rhythm up as we come into the next week, and to score 14 goals for me, it's a great accomplishment, and I'm excited to go to the All-Star game.
Brandon, you've got 10 games left. You're in 6th place right now as we talk. You just added Matt Miazga. How much can this carry over to these final 10 games? How much can momentum be a real thing with this team?
Yeah, this team is definitely a playoff team, and I think we can go a long way, and I think we've proved to be where we are today, and adding somebody strong with strong characteristics like Matt, I think it's great for our team, and I think we're hungrier than ever, and I think we're going to be winning more games.
Brandon, a couple things. You mentioned a couple minutes ago that this week during training, during practice, you all were on fire. In your words, on fire. What does that mean? When you're in training and on fire?
You could see the intensity in the team, the quality of the team, but most of all, intensity. You know, coming out to every training session, and you could see the quality of the team and that we are a playoff team. You know, I think the team we have, the talent we have in the squad is great, and we can go a long way with this team. So I'm very happy with how we showed this week, and we just got to keep doing that.
You alluded to it, and Pat alluded to it. Both of you talked about the games this season where you felt like you probably should have gotten out of there with 3 points, ended up with 1. You said yourself that was frustrating. Does the thought of that cross your mind in a game like today where you give up that 1 goal in the second half? Does that thought cross your mind at all? Like, we got to hang on to this thing where we haven't before?
Yeah, definitely. It's happened to us several times where we're up and we're up a couple goals and we still don't win the game. So, you know, yeah, I think it was just a mistake that we made playing out the back, and yeah, we didn't do that again, and we fixed it, and we finished the game off strong, and I'm happy with the way we finished the game.
We'll go to MLS on the Zoom.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon Vazquez. Your first 2 seasons in Cincinnati, to say the least, were tough ones. Here we are in 2022. Near the top of the Golden Boot race and the Cincinnati, the playoff race. Can you talk about your emotions after this victory and the sort of the grind that brought you to this moment?
I got to repeat the question?
Yeah, just say what he asked and then answer it.
He asked, the first 2 seasons were tough. What are my emotions now? Now that I'm in the race for Golden Boot and the success this team's having, something like that. Yeah, I think, you know, yeah, like you said, the first 2 seasons were very frustrating. I mean, barely winning any games, it's hard, you know, it's hard. It's not great, but turning the page to where we are today, it's incredible the way this team has grown and the hunger this team has grown to have, and I'm ecstatic about where we are today. I'm thankful for the coaching staff, the GM, the way things have turned around. It's been incredible. So I'm extremely happy with everything.
Brandon, we have talked to you a great deal this year because of the things that you're doing on the field, the accomplishments of the team. You're about to go to the All-Star game. I think, speaking objectively, you're one of the best stories in the league this year. There will be more attention at the All-Star game. It's probably the most attention you've received in your career, right? How are you dealing with that side of it? Do you like being in front of us? Do you like dealing with the media? How's it been for you?
Yeah, I don't mind at all, you know. I mean, I don't mind at all. Yeah, for me, I think this is just the beginning, you know. I got to keep my head down, keep grinding, and I still haven't proven anything. So I think I got to keep working my butt off and just strive for greatness. You know, it's a never-ending challenge until the day I retire. And yeah, I feel like I've proven nothing, and I've got to keep going. Thank you, guys.